Alright, the way that we're going to do this, as far as if you really want to officially be a disciple of Freddie's Modern Kung Fu, the way that we're going to do it is pretty much there's the physical requirements that you must meet, which is the intermediate level, the red rank level, the red status. It's already on the playlist, becoming a disciple. Just check up on it, and I give the demonstrations of the exercises that you need to do. If you're going to email me, I'll email you back the spreadsheet as far as like specifically what the requirements are, depending on your age and gender, how many reps you got to do, how many seconds you got to hold a certain exercise or whatnot. So once you train hard to meet those requirements and you are able to meet it, I will need to see you perform those exercises. And the way that I'm going to do it is you can either get a camcorder, digital one, videotape yourself doing these exercises, load them up on YouTube, send them, send the links to me, or send me the videos so that I can see you perform them. You can do it like that. There's another option. There's this program called Skype. It's SKYPE.com. You go to Skype.com. There's a free software where it's a video-based communication software where it's free. As long as you got a webcam and a microphone, you can talk to anybody in the world, for free. As long as they got the same program. So I already got the program set up. All you got to do is just download the the software for free. If you have a webcam and a microphone, then we can make contact through that. But the only problem with that is that our schedules have to meet. And if you're living a busy life and I'm living busy, then it's gonna be hard to meet on there. But that's just another option. The camcorder thing is good because then you could do it based on your time, and I could make videos based on my time. So you might be wondering, how am I supposed to learn, if I'm doing certain techniques correct or not, if this is just video based. Well, the thing is, I'll try to make my instructional videos as thorough as possible, be as specific as I can, and what you got to do is just really pay attention and watch the technique and basically just mimic exactly what I'm doing and try to get it as precise as you can. And as soon as you train on it and you work on it for a while and you feel that that you got the technique down pretty good, you probably want to videotape yourself doing it from different angles, and then you could send me that video link, and I could look at the video to see if there needs to be any corrections and whatnot. You want to do it slow pace, medium pace, fast pace, and just do several reps and everything. And if there's any feedback I need to give you, then I'll give you immediate feedback, either through email, or I could make a video showing you specifically what I need you to do to improve that technique. You can even do it through Skype, but like I said, because of schedules, that might not work, but that might be a possibility. You can even perform the technique, in front of the webcam while I watch, and I can give you immediate feedback on what you need to do to improve. If you're a beginning martial artist and you don't have any experience at all, this might seem a little hard, not having someone there with you to show you the way. But I think that this is very, that this can be done, because a lot of it is just, when you start off, a lot of it is just mimicking, whoever your instructor, and just doing exactly what he's doing. And if you could like basically get it down to to the T as far as like precision of how he's doing it, then all you need to do really is understand the concept behind it in order to make the techniques more effective. Or make it effective is just basically knowing the concepts behind the technique, what makes it faster, what makes it stronger, and when to apply it, just certain concepts that that you could just understand. Once you understand those concepts, you can be able to take yourself to another level. A lot of the training that I do, it is individual, it is personal training, as far as you working on yourself, as far as taking yourself to a higher level in regards to increasing your speed, endurance, strength, and basically just training the technique as precise as you can. And yeah, you know, sparring is very important, but you don't have to spar every single day. You could spar once a month or once every 2 months. You know, just as long as you keep training the technique and you keep increasing your speed, endurance, and strength, and you keep training the technique to get it precise, you'll get the most out of the sparring when you get that opportunity to spar. And it's, you know, it'll just take, you know, a little practice. If you're just a beginner and you don't know any martial arts, then, you know, maybe you got some friends that you could work with. You know, it's not too different than like going to the gym and getting you know, somebody to work out with. You know, it's just somebody that you could just work out with, and then you just have, you know, just stand there, you know, throw some punches at you, and you can work on certain techniques and stuff like that. But there are different ways that you can use, either a punching bag or a wooden dummy, or just other ways that you could work on these techniques without actually having to have a live person right there. And something else that you could do, if you're already a martial artist and you're already in a school, or you already have people that you train with, then this can only benefit you as far as you know, practicing these techniques. You can immediately experiment with them when you start training with these other people and sparring with these other people. And these other martial artists, you know, they're not going to be trained in what you're training in through, you know, Freddie's modern kung fu. So they're not going to really expect, you know, they're not going to know what's coming at them. So it's going to be new, and you're going to have an advantage because of that. Because a lot of times people that are in, you know, they practice a certain style or a certain school, they get confined into that way of fighting. You know, they're not able to open themselves up, to have the open mind in order to see different ways of fighting and how to do different, you know, how to basically take their art to the next level, because they're just confined in one way of doing things. So if you already are in a martial arts school, this could just take your art to another level, as far as, you know, allowing you to experiment with different ways of basically taking your fighting skill to the next level, and then you can just experiment to see if it works and see if it doesn't, and basically you're just being a huge advantage. So, but if you don't have other martial artists to train with, and you're not in a school, then another option, you know, if you go to Craigslist.com, you know, I'm pretty sure there's always somebody, you know, some martial arts instructor or some personal trainer that's looking to train people. What you can do is maybe meet up with the person. You know, you might pay a person some money, you know, $20 an hour, $10 an hour, or whatever, and just meet up with them once a month or once every 2 months, and just use them as a training tool to just experiment with all your techniques, you know, that you learn from this video-based training. And you could just test it out on the person, you know, experiment with the person and spar with the person, and see what, you know, he has to offer as far as what he could teach you to better your technique. But then you could always remember what you learned from, you know, Freddie's modern kung fu, and then just apply it with him in the sparring situation, and that's your way to basically experiment right there. But I mean, I'd say the best thing is just to get a friend or a family member to experiment with, even if they don't know martial arts. To me, sometimes it's actually might be better, because most people out there on the streets don't know martial arts. So if you're getting attacked by somebody on the streets, then you're gonna be responding to somebody that doesn't have any skill. So based on the way that they attack you, you know, you're gonna come back at them to protect yourself. And basically just getting used to somebody that just moves in an unconventional way could actually be a good thing, than to spar against somebody that already knows how to fight, and he's, you know, ends up not even being real anymore, because he's trained already. So that's just, you know, this is the way that we could do it. All right.